Hi everyone, and welcome to day 38 of 361 Lifeline, daily mini vlogs for the troubled times that we're living in with mental health tips. And today I got up early, and if I get up really early I listen to something on YouTube, some kind of recovery work, and I tuned into this woman called Brené Brown, who's quite famous in America, and it hit me between the eyes that today's episode is called Compassionate Boundaries, that's it. So she did this huge amount of research, and she found that the most compassionate people all have one thing in common, and that is that they set boundaries. And I think this is quite surprising. So compassion, feeling compassion for people, wanting to help them, you know what compassion is. But isn't it strange that you think that, well, they would do anything for anyone then? And you know, when you hear someone say, I'd do anything for anyone, actually, according to this theory, that's actually sort of codependent or unhealthy because it has no boundaries in it. So think today about compassionate boundaries. I'm really starting to think about this, and I'm going to ponder it. So she says that you should have these different boundaries, and she calls it braving. And I've uploaded the link onto 361 Life Support Facebook. Check it out. The B is for boundaries, and then it also talks about accountability, how you have to accept if you've done something wrong, and you have to call other people out as well. And the N at the end, N, non-judgment. Actually, there's a lot of judgment, isn't there, in I know I'm guilty of this, and I'm not going to be compassionate to that person because they piss me off type of thing. So it's really interesting, and I think this is going to change how I proceed in the future, because I have difficulty setting boundaries. And it's just blown my mind to think that I can be compassionate but I have my own boundaries. And I think that for anybody who's recovering from an addiction, and for me it's sobriety, you have to have, and you have to learn how to set these boundaries over the practice, you know, over what you do to keep sober. And of course this includes little things that I've struggled with before, like going to family parties and things. Actually, I shouldn't have gone to those parties. I could have said no rather than go and then have my sobriety compromised by people who don't respect my sobriety. So have a think today about compassionate boundaries. What boundaries could you set so you're still a compassionate person, compassion rather than kind? You want to help society and the world, but you've actually got boundaries over that. What would you set? I'll come back to it in another one. Bye for now.